Good evening everyone. നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് പോവുകയാണ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് ഗ്രാഫിക്സിൻ്റെ 10ാമത്തെ ക്ലാസ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഈ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ മുതൽ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഡീൽ ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഓക്സിലറി കട്ടിംഗ് പ്ലെയിൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ചുള്ള മറ്റൊരു പ്രോബ്ലം. സോ പ്രോബ്ലം നമ്പർ 7. സോ പ്രോബ്ലം വായിക്കുകയാണ്. എ ക്യൂബ് ഓഫ് സൈഡ് 30 mm റെസ്റ്റ് ഓൺ ദി HP on one of its faces with the vertical face inclined at 40 degree to the VP. A plane perpendicular to HP and inclined at 50 degree to the VP. Cut the cube 4 mm away from its axis. Draw the top view and sectional front view. Also draw true shape of the section. അപ്പം ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഒന്നുകൂടെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കാം. ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനെ കുറിച്ചുള്ള ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് നമുക്ക് പറയാം. ഓക്കെ, so a cube of side 30 mm rests on the HP on one of its faces with the vertical face inclined at 40 degree to the VP. So what does it means? So a cube of side 30 mm rests on the HP. So here it is given as a cube. So a cube is just a solid which is having a length and breadth and height, the three things. That is the volume. He's have a perfect sides. Okay, 30 mm length, 30 mm height and 30 mm breadth also. Now the 30 mm rest on the HP on one of its faces. So its faces means that one of its faces it rests on the HP where the vertical is inclined 40 degree, with the vertical face inclined at 40 degree to the VP. So that means that here you have to make the vertical face. So see here it is 1, 2, 3 and 4 faces are there. That is this one is the when this is a top view actually. You can see this one is a top view and you can see this front view. So you can see that there will be a 40 degree angle made by this one. How we are going to deal it. Now the second point is given that a plane perpendicular to HP and inclined at 50 degree to VP cut the cube 4 mm away from its axis. So this is the cutting plane actually given. So that means a plane, the cutting plane which is inclined 50 degree to VP and also which is perpendicular to HP. Okay, that's the main point. And also there is another point, it is 4 mm away from its axis also. So the cube having an axis and when the cutting plane is 50 degree to VP and also it is perpendicular to HP. There is 3 points are there actually. Okay, now draw its top view and sectional front view and also draw the true shape. So we have to draw 3 drawings actually. Okay, right. So coming to the problem. Now the cube of side 30 mm rests on HP on one of its faces. It means that first we have to draw a normal drawing. How we going to decide the normal drawing like this actually? So it given that the vertical face is inclined 40 degree to the VP actually. So you know that there is a 4 number of faces are there actually. Okay, how this shape is coming mean that you may ask that, sir, we can say like this face is also this type of is also is right, na? So how it is? As you know that there will be an angle made with the VP, maybe this like or maybe this time. Okay, so maybe this side or maybe this side. Okay, anyway you can see that there is a 40 degree angled. So 40 degree first I'll choose this side actually. So I take 40 degree angled. Okay, and they told us that it is it's vertical face. So that means here I have to make some face actually. I am going to face it. So how we are going to face it actually? This one is the vertical face, this one. So when you take this side actually, see this side, this vertical side which is 40 degree to P. Okay, now so you got it the shape actually. So that means you made an angle with the 40 and you just point out and there is face, you make some face and then you just draw the complete drawing actually, the cube. That is, you take the 30 and here 30 and 30 and here also 30. Okay, so you got the this figure, the top view you got it, and you have to name it actually, like whatever it is, like A B C D, or like, yeah. Then you have to draw its normal front view. So first you have to draw this shape, and now that means 30 mm line, this line. When you have to draw the XY line, after completing the XY line, you draw a 40-degree angle with this line, and then this take a 30 mm here. How you fix this point actually? This point, that means this point is, when you take the scale actually, one of its point should be here and other point should be in the, yeah, here, XY line. So this measurement should be in 30 actually. So you have to place your scale like this. So once more I will tell you. First you have to draw XY line, then take some point in the XY line and draw a 40-degree line, and then you place your scale anywhere. Okay, you place a scale and you have to read the measurement 30 mm here actually. So 30 mm, this point you have to measure this 30 mm, and one other point should be meet in the XY line. Okay, now you yeah, you then you complete this square. Okay, then you draw the lines, that is continuous thin lines, and then mark it these 30 mm dimensions, and this square represents all sides are 30. Okay, now then you mark the axis point. Okay, axis point. Now you just this is just a top view. Now we have to draw the front view. So just go from this point and vertical line, draw a vertical line. You will get this here at some point you will get, and draw a line here. You will go, sorry, not there. First you go to there and you draw vertical line, and then second you go there and vertical line, and then just, yeah, height will be 30, you know that. Then this will be actually the front view. Okay, but here it is the dashed lines are given. It's because when after cutting this part wouldn't see, so this side you wouldn't see, so that is why it given as a dotted line. Okay, now, so in the beginning you will get like this shape. Okay, you will get like this shape and mark it, and then inside, okay, then coming to here, this point, the center point, you just mark the center line also. Okay, that's it. Now another thing is that yeah, now it says that the cutting plane, how you are going to take the cutting plane. It says that it is perpendicular to HP. So you know that when one thing, when a plane is perpendicular to HP, the line should be like this, na? So here you know that something like if you are drawn is a VP and HP, something is perpendicular, it means like this actually. Okay, it is now it is here, it is given that it is 50-degree to the VP cut. Okay, 50-degree inclined to 50-degree. So it means that in the XY line, it's just like yeah, 50-degree angled with the 50 here, or this side or maybe this side is coming. Okay, 50, but it is clearly mentioned that here 4 mm actually it is away from the, it is cube away from the axis. 4 mm away from the axis, so axis is this one, away means that coming here actually. So it is 4 mm away, so you take 4 mm away and just draw the cutting line which is having a 50-degree angle. Okay, with the XY line. Okay, now you get the cutting line. Now you see that here one point is marked and here another point A and D is marked. You just draw the apart here and here and then join it. So this will be this part is no longer actually after this. So I mean that after cutting this part won't be there actually. Okay, when you cut this part, then this part won't be there actually. So you have to shade it here actually in the, yeah, in the front view you have to shade it. Okay, So this will be this shaded part, and this part won't be there actually. So that is why it represents the dashed lines actually. Okay, now this is the sectional front view actually. This is the sectional front view, and now they are asking about the true shape. So this is the top view, you know that this is the top view, and they also asked about the true shape of the section. So true shape, how you are going to do? So you have to draw here, and you have to mark it. So how this is done? You just place an auxiliary, yeah, auxiliary plane x1 and y1, and then you know that this height is also 30. So that means from here this point, from here this point is here, it is cut. Okay, so when it cut, you can see that when a plane is there actually, when the plane is cut, this whole portion is not there actually. This whole portion is not there actually. So what happens when you look from here? What you can see, a shiny part, isn't it? A shiny part of this one, this area. Okay, only this portion will be there actually. So a shiny part, when you look from here, when you look from here, you can see a shiny part in there. So that is why that you have to represent. See, also draw the true shape. True shape means that when you cut some place, or when you cut some solid shape, okay, there will be some shiny part will occur when you cut. Not necessary that there will be always shiny part. So because there will be something like a part, a fresh part will be there na, when you cut something like a. So when you cut a metal, or a copper like a metal, or metal or a aluminum like metal, then normally the outer part will be something like not shiny, but inside when you cut, the cut portion will be very shiny. So that is why I told you the shiny part. Okay, when you cut this side actually, this area you cut it, then when you look from here, okay, then you can see that there will be some part which is after the portion. Okay, after you remove the portion, you can see the part, and that part is this, it is represented like this actually. And it is very easy because this is 30 mm in depth, so you can see this is 30 mm, and this place is wholly cut, I means the completely cut. So you can see that when you look from here actually, the solid, that much part is cut actually. Okay, I'll draw you. That means when you have a solid like this, when this part is removed, okay, when this part is removed, you will get this much part. And when you see the here, you can see that this part is this one actually. Okay, so this is the problem number 7. Okay, now, next problem is about a cylinder. A cylinder of base 50 mm diameter and axis 75 mm long has a square hole of 25 mm side cut through it, and so that axis of the hole coincides with that of the cylinder. The cylinder is lying on the ground with the axis perpendicular to VP and faces the hole equally inclined to HP. A vertical section plane inclined at 60 degrees to the VP cut the cylinder into two equal halves. Draw the sectional views of the cylinder and true shape of the section. What is the size of the hollow portion? So this is a very big question actually, and as you know that in the graphics a lot of big questions will be available, and if you read it, the time will lapse out. Okay, when you read it, when you see that when you read it in the first time, you have to remember one of the experience question. Like, I mean that there is a lot of questions will be there in available in the engineering graphics, but when you have to become more practice actually. That I meant actually, that I meant. So you have to become more practice, or you have a lot of practice should be there. I know that this is 2 or 3 or 5 questions is not enough for you to understand. So read textbook a lot, okay, and to draw it, because you have to earn your speed actually. Now here in this problem, a cylinder of base 50 mm diameter and axis is 75 mm. So as you know that a cylinder is something like it's having something, there will be two types of cylinder. One is a hollow, another one is a shaft type cylinder. Okay, that is a solid part inside. Okay, now its base is 50 mm diameter, so that means the diameter of the cylinder is 50, and axis height is also given as the 75 mm long, and has a square hole of 25 mm side cut through it to the axis of the hole coincides with that of the cylinder. So it's clearly said that it means that there will be something, a square hole you have to make it. Okay, a square hole. Yeah, and it's a hole having a square. It means square means that all the sides are same actually. So that is 25, 25, 25, and 25, 4, 25. Okay, and that square hole is 25 mm side, and it's also said that it is cut by a plane actually. Okay, I'm going to that actually. So before we have to assume that there is a cylinder, and inside a cylinder there is a hole. Okay, a square hole actually, and 25 mm cut through, so it's so that the axis of the hole, so the whole axis and the cylinder axis are coincides, and the cylinder is lying on the ground with the axis perpendicular to VP. Okay, so the axis is perpendicular to VP and it is lying on the ground. So it means that, so you will clearly understood. That means the cylinder axis is this one, and it is perpendicular to VP. That means it is VP here actually, HP, and it's lying actually. So it's just like this shape actually. You clearly mention. Okay. Now perpendicular to VP, and the faces of the hole equally inclined to HP. So the faces of the hole is equally inclined to HP. So it means that, yeah, equally inclined to VP. So that means when the face of the hole you place, when a place of a square hole, it is equally inclined means that when you draw something like here, yeah, here. So this is VP actually, and when it is, this is equally inclined actually. So you clearly understood. Yeah, the cylinder is lying on the ground and the axis is perpendicular to VP, and the faces of the hole equally inclined to the HP. Sorry, equally inclined to the, yeah, the hole is equally inclined to HP. So sorry. So that means when the hole is there actually, here this shape. Okay. Yeah. So the cylinder is lying on the ground and the axis perpendicular to VP, and the faces of the hole equally inclined to the HP. Sorry, extremely sorry. It is equally inclined to HP. So it means that when you have a VP here actually, here it is HP, and when you are going to see, here you are going to see, then what happens from here, you can see when you are going to see from this side, and you can see that there is an axis. Yeah, so yeah, which is the hole, the square hole, this is a square, and which is equally inclined to, yeah, equally inclined to HP. So this line, XY line, when you going to when you looking to from this side, you can clearly say, you can clearly understood that this becomes the HP actually. So this is HP. When you put a line in the XY parallel, so this line, it means that this line is on the HP line, in the HP. Okay, and over the HP actually. Okay, so this line represents over the HP. When it is equally inclined, it means that this angle and this angle are same actually. Okay, now, so a vertical section plane inclined 60° to VP cut the cylinder into two equal halves. Okay, now we are going to use the, yeah, plane, a cutting plane actually, which is inclined 60° to VP. Yeah, 60° to VP, and cut the cylinder into two equal halves actually. Two equal halves. Draw the sectional views. So when it cut into two equal halves, okay, so it means that yeah, one of them is in the bisector. Okay, one of the point is in the bisector, and another point is in the VP also. Okay, other point is VP, because that's the only way it cut into two equal half actually. Okay, and you can see that there will be, yeah, exactly, it is 60 and one of them is in there, and also other point will be in the central axis, then only it will cut equally. Okay, right. So draw the sectional views of the cylinder. Draw the sectional view of the cylinder and true shape of the section. Yeah, so draw the sectional view of the cylinder and the true shape of the section. Two questions. Now what we have to do is we have to do a top view and a front view and a true shape. So then first what you have to do is draw an XY line, XY line, XY line, and then you have to draw a cylinder. Okay, a cylinder. Okay, then you have to draw that cylinder is the dimensions is given 50 mm diameter and also having a 75 mm length. Okay, so 75 mm length a cylinder you have to draw, which having a 50 mm diameter. Okay, then inside you have to make the axis actually. Okay, that axis keep on going on there. Okay, and this you have to draw the vertical lines here and here. Okay, meeting 2 points, and draw the same, yeah, drawing here, because its cylinder is given as a 50, so you have to draw the 50. Okay, diameter 50. Now you got this piece, and now they said that it is equally inclined. It means that you have to draw a central axis point, and then you have to draw the square inside in the front view. Okay, in the front view. Why in the front view? Because it is yeah, the axis is coaxial, that is parallel to this, so you can draw the square in here actually. How you are going to draw the square actually? So it means that 25 mm is the side actually, so this is 25 mm. And this is 25 mm, and this is 25 mm, this is 25 mm. I know this is a little bit difficult to draw the 25 mm side inside. So first you have to point out the axis. Then you take this axis as 45 degree, and then this axis as 45 degree. So it is perpendicular, so 90 degree total. So you take 45 and you just mark some point. Okay, so 45 you have to draw it, and here also 45, here also 45, and here and all the sides are 45. Okay, so right, so or 90 degree, you can take it to the 90 degree. Okay, you just yeah, right. Now you got it, the 25, yeah, okay, sections. Okay, now you just draw the square actually, the square inside. Okay, and then draw the sides actually, the points go to the bottom actually, go to the bottom. But remember that up to here you draw the continuous thin line, and inside you have to draw the dashed lines, because it is the hollow part inside. Okay, yeah, drawn it. Now we are going to draw the yeah, now you have to put some names actually here, A, B, C, D, or etc. You put some names. Okay, now you got the point. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to draw a cutting plane. A cutting plane is there are two conditions. One is actually in the central, another one is actually in the 60 degree angle, and draw a cutting plane, satisfy these two conditions over the cylinder. Okay, now you will, the cutting plane passes through some points actually. This point is, okay, and here in the axis, and here in the center point, and here in this line, that is the dashed lines, and finally the E. Okay, so I'm telling you once more, this point here, here, and here, 4 points it goes. Okay, the cutting plane pose, and you mark it the point, and you just draw the vertical lines here in the last two. Okay, Here you draw and mark here and there actually, here and here. So now you clearly understood that when you cut this portion, cut one of the portion, you are going to remove any of the portion, like yeah, this portion if you are removing, and what you can see is here this point you can see, and this E point you can see. Okay, this point and this point, the final point, you can see it. Okay, when you see it from here actually, you can see that this type of shape you can see. Okay, how it is now. We in imagination you can see like this type of shape you can get from when you see from here actually, right? Anyway, how you are going to draw that actually, and I hope that you understood about this cutting plane and giving names. Up to there you understood. And now how you are going to draw that one actually. Okay, now what you have to do is yeah, light. So you have to point it out all these points, isn't it? C, D, and E. Draw the lines which is actually yeah, we are going to shift this line. So this line we are going to shift by using an auxiliary line. Okay, auxiliary line. So you have to draw an auxiliary line here, x1 y1, and you just perpendicular to draw a perpendicular line to here actually. Means I mean you have to first draw a parallel lines for this one. Okay, then draw the perpendicular lines here. And I think you clearly understood about how to draw the auxiliary lines. Okay, so first this is the our cutting line, and draw a parallel of that line, and you draw a vertical lines from starting from here and draw it like this. Okay, and this is x1 and this is y1 actually, x1 and y1. And now you find out some distances, like here you find out some distances. Yeah, how you are going to find out the distances? You have to find out this HA distance. That means from here the point to A dash point, that distance you have to mark from here to here actually. And from here sorry, here to this point you have to take the measurement here to this point. Okay, then A dash point, then A dash. Okay, draw it. So from here you have to take all the measurements, then here to here, and then E, all the points from this side you have to take measurements from the top actually, and draw it here actually. Hmm? And you will get the points, all the points here, and then here and here. Okay, you got all the points, and these points after joining these points you will get the exact shape actually. This type of shape you will get it. And inside also you have to mark, like from here to this B dash. So from here to B, and then from here to D actually, here to D. So you got this B, G, F, and you will get a shape like this. See, now this is a hollow, so you don't have to hash it actually, but the outside the portion you have to hash it. Okay, so that's how this drawing will be drawn. And when you see from the from here, you can see that when you see from here, you can see that this portion, that is this entire portion up to here, it is cut. So only this small portion area, you see, only this small portion of area is not there actually, so that is, it is not given here. And also from here it's also there. Okay, yeah, any I think any side you can take it out. Okay, suppose here it is given as that this side is removed. That means this portion is removed. Okay, only you are seeing from here actually this portion is removed. So that is why it given us the dotted lines here actually, and this portion is still there. But you can take it also that that idea. Okay, so when cutting line is there, when you are going from here, this portion is removed and the only this portion is there. Okay, so that means you are watching from here actually, this side, through this side, and this is only there actually, this side is only there. So that is why it is given as this dotted lines here and dashed lines in here actually. Okay, so that means dotted lines, it represents that this portion is removed. Okay, and here it is not, it is a solid line, it is a solid line, that means this portion is there. Okay, now I think then they also says what's the size of the hollow portion. They ask what is the size of hollow portion. So you have to mark the distance actually. That means size means that this length and this length. So you have to mark it. That is BD means this length is 71 and this length is 35 actually. You also mark it. Okay. So that is about this two problems, and I hope you understood both the problems. If you are not if you having some trouble or doubt, then you just contact me in a personally, I mean WhatsApp. Okay, and in the we can say next class. Okay, till then, bye actually. Okay.